approve the minutes?
So moved.
There's a motion to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 4 is communications. We've got any communications this evening? So moving on to item number 5, which is public comments. Citizens can address the chair at this point of the meeting. Please limit your comments to items that are on the agenda, no more than 3 minutes. I don't think we've got any comments this evening. So with that, we'll move on to item number 6, which is reports of committees, boards, commissions, and the Governmentarian school district updates. So 6.1 is Finance Committee. Alderwoman Deschner-Byrne.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Finance Committee met on February 8th at 5 o'clock. Our next meeting will be on March 8th at 5. There are a number of items on tonight's agenda. The minutes of the meeting are on file with the city clerk for public inspection. And at this time, I would make a motion to approve the financial report.
There's a motion to approve the financial report. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 6.2, general operations. Alderman Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor. General operations met Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. There were no public comments. Our chief of police provided the committee a police activity update as well as a COVID-19 update. And the police department's organizational expectations for 2022 were outlined, keeping a positive contact with the community. Our chief also assisted with providing data for the county-wide survey to assist the homeless and poverty task force. The ambulance activity report indicated 2021 had the highest number of incident reports ever, and the average response time was under 4 minutes, the lowest ever. So great job to our paramedics and EMTs. The building and zoning report briefly touched on all the activity in the industrial park. Strategic materials had a small fire, and the fire suppression system work is designed. The Director of Public Works updated the committee on the response to unsightly items regarding the properties listed within the city. In business, we discussed the concerns that temporary out-of-town businesses knocking on doors and setting up tents could possibly take business away from our locals. We recommended a tweak to the ordinance and a slight increase to the permit fees. We may revisit this in 1 year. The next GOC meeting will be March 1st, 2022 at 5:30.
Thank you, Alderman Wilson. Item 6.3 is the planning commission. Alderman Beazer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Planning Commission met on February 7th. The next scheduled meeting is for Monday, March 7th at 5 p.m. We met the issues that were brought forward. There was one item that we needed to get more information, and that will be coming back to the Planning Committee. It wasn't ready for us to bring forward to the general council, so there's nothing on the agenda this week.
Thank you, Alderman Beazer. Item 6.4 is public works. Alderman Deschner-Byrne.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Public Works met on January 25th at 5:30. There's a number of items that we discussed on tonight's agenda. Our next meeting is February 22nd at 5:30.
Thank you, Alderman Deschner-Byrne. Item 6.5 is Town of Delavan Lake Committee. Alderman Beazer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The town of Delavan met the Lake Committee, and they discussed the dredging project. There is movement moving forward to get final steps in place with the DNR regarding a PE stamp, and that's tied to the engineering design. They've contracted that with Bitterman in order to facilitate that, and they're also looking at a plan B. They're not entirely confident that they'll be able to complete the project in the time frame allotted this year, so they are in danger of losing the funds or the grants for completing the project by September. If they don't complete the project, they'll lose the funds and then they'll have to resubmit for additional funds. The town did approve the purchase of Rhodonite SD 110, but they didn't make the purchase. There's also ongoing discussion with the town and the Delavan Lake Sanitary District regarding the IGA as to who will be operating and maintaining and storing the dredging equipment. That's all I have.
Thank you, Alderman Beasley. Item 6.6 is the Library Board of Trustees update. Alderman Brand.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Library Board of Trustees met on January 20th at 5:30. Julie Cotter was there from Donald Schaefer, and she gave an update on donation status and possible donors for the upcoming library project. Our next meeting is this Thursday at 5:30.
Mr. Brand. Item 6.7 is Parks and Recreation Commission. This update would normally be from Alderman Purcell. I did, my thoughts are with him. I got a call just shortly before the meeting. He unfortunately lost one of his dogs, so our thoughts are with him and his family. And so it's difficult to lose a member of the family like that. This is important, so he sends his regards. And as far as an update, I know, well, speaking of which, the biggest issue at their last meeting I did sit in on that was about the dog park. So things are continuing along that process, and I know there'll be more discussions. There was a lot of great discussion at this last meeting about it. I know our staff continues to work hard to identify some potential areas, and so there'll be more discussion at their next meeting, which is set for it would be actually last
28th.
it'd be the 28th of February. Yeah, so they met on the 24th, and then it would be February 28th at 5:30 here at City Hall. So welcome any thoughts and ideas and continued discussion on that important topic. So with that, moving on to item 6.8, the Communications Commission. And so Lisa, we did that update. He's not with us this evening, so I don't think they've had a meeting since their last city council meeting. The next meeting is scheduled for March 21st at 5:30. With that, we move on to item 6.9, which is Delavan Downtown Project Management Team meeting. Alderman Brand.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Downtown Project Management Team met on January 25th at 7. The committee discussed current downtown business projects and availability. Calendar for the 2022 year was reviewed, and our next meeting is February 22nd at 7.
Thank you, Mr. Brand. Item 6.10, Delaware Golf Commission. Again, this would normally be Alderman Purcell's update, but they hadn't met since their last council meeting. And their next scheduled meeting is Thursday, February 17th here at City Hall at 5 p.m. With that, moving on to 6.11, the Tourism Commission. So Lisa will give that update. They met it's Wednesday, January 26th. Not to put you on the spot, Brian, but I don't know. Is there anything that you want to highlight for all of us that was discussed on the 26th?
I still haven't finished working on the minutes yet, so I'm kind of vague on. I know that
I'm putting you on the spot. So.
well, I hadn't thought about it in 2 weeks. I know that they're really close to getting an agreement on the Visit Delavan contract with the chamber. I know that we have closed out the bank accounts with Lower County Visitors Bureau, and that whatever funds are remaining for Connect Communities have been forwarded to us. The other funds for the Delavan report chamber. So I think we've got about everything wrapped up with Lower County Visitors Bureau. Really more of an issue for the downtown project management team. We still need to figure out where Connect Communities is going to land, but the those types of visitors bureaus moving forward.
Thank you, Brian. And then I know their next meeting is Wednesday, February 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Item 6.12 is the Governmentarian School District update. Jill Storm.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by saying thank you for involving us in the Autumn Drive Water Tower logo project and that whole repainting of that water tower. I'm excited to see our new logo up there. So thank you again for whoever suggested to get the district involved in that. It's greatly appreciated. Our new marketing and communications coordinator started this past couple weeks ago, and she is hit the ground running and doing a phenomenal job already. You'll see lots of great things coming out from the district from her. So some news, our COVID numbers are increasingly down and continue to decline. Last week alone, we only had 5 between students and 1 adult, 4 students, 1 adult test positive in the district. So fabulous news. And in fact, the staff found out today that they are mask optional again. Woohoo! So we're all excited. The high school musical Hammerstein's Cinderella will take place on March 4th and 5th at 7 p.m. along with March 6th at 2 p.m. So I'd encourage you to attend that lovely event in our auditorium at the high school. On another piece of news from the high school, we received a workforce development grant where we will be purchasing a new Haas CNC machine and a new water jet cutting machine. These new pieces of equipment will go into our welding and machining classroom where we offer industry standard learning opportunities for our kids. And that room is really getting decked out. So if you haven't been in a while, it's with all of the grants we've been writing, we've got all new lathes, all new mills, all new equipment. It's really phenomenal. So you have to go in there because it's really, we just had SPX in there last week and they're just like amazed. They're like super excited for the partnership we're bringing to them. In addition to that, next year, we're going to be offering a Snap-on Tools certification course around precision measurement. This course allows students a robust understanding of the precision measurement instruments or PMI, and the students are able to earn multiple industry recognized certifications. So again, another opportunity for our kids to learn some skilled trades. The high school competed in the Southern Lakes Conference Academic Bowl recently, where we came in 6th place out of 8 schools, which is an accomplishment because we have not been doing well and are participating in that for quite a few years. We even had a student, Liam Jenica. I'm probably butchering his last name. I apologize. Am I good there, Carrie? Okay. Received a medal for the best in the conference under British literature. How many of you would be able to do that one? I don't think so myself, right? So phenomenal news for that young man. 16 students are headed to Europe in mid-March for a week excursion. We wish them well with their experience of a lifetime. 10 students from Phoenix are being honored for their writing skills and being published in the Southern Lakes Anthology book. So that's exciting for those young, what's the right word? I'll forget it, it doesn't matter. Our summer school courses have been set for our summer school camps as of last night. We're offering many of the same courses that we've offered in the past, but in addition to that, we're offering high school online health for credit, which will be great for our rising freshmen. We offer high school football camp, great way to get our turf broken into, right? We'll offer high school personal finance for credit, which we've done in the past. This will be our 2nd year. We are also this year offering high school and middle school softball camps. So kind of something exciting. We at the middle school are offering a middle school STEM academy, along with that, the usual basketball camps for middle school and high school. We're going to continue to offer swim lessons and lap swim for high school students. And for elementary, we're going to have jump in classes, so jump into the next grade, as well as swim classes, which is very popular for our littlest learners, art, gym, and enrichment courses. So a lot of exciting things happening and getting ready for this summer. Enrollment will start in mid-April and last until, mid-March to mid-April. So that's when we'll be having our enrollment and we'll get it published and out there, the booklets and all the rest of it going out to different schools. So exciting stuff and where we're going. So thank you for the opportunity to share.
Thank you, Dr. Sorby. Item number 7 under Finance Committee, issues that came before the finance committee. 7.1 is consider the Latimer Park Playground proposal from Lee Recreation out of Cambridge, Wisconsin, and an amount not to exceed $105,000.
So we had 3 bids that were received for this project. The proposal includes some fitness equipment as well as walking path around the retention pond. I would make a motion to approve the tennis court surfacing removal, purchase and installation of playground equipment and concrete curbing as stated in proposal 142/149/105/1 at Latimer Park to be awarded to Lee Recreation of Cambridge, Wisconsin at a cost not to exceed $105,000.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I'm excited to see this. It's gonna be nice.
Any other further discussion? Not, maybe we have a roll call.
Alderwoman Dashner Grant,
Yes.
Alderman Blazek,
Yes.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Alderman Beezer.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 7.2 is consider Autumn Drive Water Tower logo design.
This came before finance committee too. School district is going to be paying for the logo of the water tower, which is great if you guys got a chance to look at it. So I would move to approve the logo design for the Autumn Drive Water Tower.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I would just reiterate what was said earlier, which is thank you for the partnership. Thank you for, I know for those that aren't aware, the Booster Club had helped with the lettering in the past, and that looked nice. I think having the logo on there and a fresh coat of paint will look even nicer, and so thank you to the school district for being involved and actually taking that. I think there was some discussion about the Booster Club again, and school district chose to pay the whole amount, so we appreciate that. And I think it'll be great as you come in from the west, going east, and seeing that new water tower in the future. So thank you.
Good marketing for us too.
Yeah, absolutely. Any further discussion?
I'm also really, really excited that we're showcasing our city, our school. It's something to be proud of. And I'm happy that we're moving in this direction.
There's no further discussion. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 7.3 is authorized purchase of sodium chloride through the WISDOT Cooperative Purchasing Program.
And this would allow for the purchase of salt for next season. So I would move to authorize enrollment by the city of Delavan in a municipal agreement to purchase sodium chloride through the Wisconsin DOT Cooperative Purchasing Program for a seasonal fill amount of not less than 500 tons of salt for the 2022-23 winter season.
If there's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Just a quick question. Does that bring us up to capping out our reserves, or how much of our existing salt stockpile have we used?
By the time we finish this year's order, the current salt shed will be full.
Sounds great.
There's been a motion and a second. Maybe we have a roll call.
Alderman Blazek,
Yes.
Alderman Wilson,
Yes.
Alderman Beezer,
Yes.
Alderwoman Dashner Grant.
Yes.
Motion passes. Item 7.4 is consider an amended resolution declaring 2 older squads surplus property.
I would make a motion to approve the proposed amended resolution declaring 2 older squads surplus.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item 7.5 are approval of the bills warrant 2022-01.
I make a motion to approve warrant 2022-01.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Item number 8 is General Operations Committee. 8.1 is consider changes to the direct sellers ordinance.
Yeah, we're looking at this and we decided, brought up the fees to match that or the surrounding community. So at this time, I'd like to move to approve the proposed changes to the direct sales ordinance, Title 7, Chapter 4, Section 4 of the Code of Ordinances.
Second,
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
just to give a quick overview of what this is entailing. This is an ordinance that will help us track and monitor anybody that's coming in and doing direct sales. It'll also help us curtail any predatory practices from outside businesses that may come in, and it'll give our local businesses a heads up as to what's going on. So I think that this is really good in terms of making sure that our local businesses have a good chance at whatever it is that they want to undertake, as opposed to outside businesses coming in.
Thank you, Alderman. Is there any other discussion? I just would reiterate the comments that Alderman Beezer said, and you know, we've seen this, especially at different times when there's more weather permitted type events, most recently with some of the hail damage, and so it wasn't new, but I think we really saw even more. So at least visibility of it, people going around, and so I really commend Chairman Wilson and the GOC entire committee for taking a look at this and coming up with not only kind of updating the ordinance a little bit, but strengthening it through the, you know, requiring the EIN and the proof of liability insurance, which is again, I think another big important piece to the consumer protection aspect of it all. So thank you again to Alderman Chairman Wilson and GOC and staff and all that. So it was great. Any other further discussion? Seeing, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes. Item number 9 is public comments again. Citizens can address the chair at this point of the meeting and limit your comments to 2 minutes maximum. And public comments earlier. So I don't think there's any at this time. Item number 10 is suggested future agenda items. Do we have any suggested future agenda items at this time? If not, you're all, as I've always announced, you're welcome to let myself, our administrator or city clerk know if there's an issue. We're happy to put that on the agenda and have discussion in the future on it. So item number 11, entertain a motion to recess to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.85 parent 1, parent E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session regarding the offer to purchase city-owned vacant parcels on Ponds Drive. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, maybe we have a roll call.
Alderman Wilson.
Yes.
Alderman Beezer.
Yes.
Alderwoman Deshna Grant.
Yes.
Alderman Plazer.
Yes.
Motion passes. So we'll take a little 5-minute recess. And